You've been asked ad nauseum about working with Te Pāti Māori. You are still to make a definitive call, even though I don't think there's been a single poll this term that suggests that Labour could form a government without their support, whether in coalition or some sort of confidence and supply.
We share common values with the Green Party. I've made it very clear, Winston Beaters won't be part of any government that I'm leading. The New Zealanders want to see us focused on the issues that matter to them.
If more people go to the doctor and therefore don't end up in hospital, it will actually save the health system money.
Dr Verrill has set out the time frame for when we expect the wait times to be down, in some cases as low as 4 months.
Are you committed to meeting all of New Zealand's climate targets, including the 2030 Paris NDC?
Yes.
The only way we can meet that Paris NDC is by offsetting 84 million tonnes worth of emissions by buying offshore credits. That's forecast to cost certainly north of $1 billion, if not more. How will you pay for that?
We will set that out before the election. We're absolutely committed to our Paris agreement, the targets that we have signed up to.
The thing is, that's a significant fiscal liability, right? So either you need to be planning for that right now and you're committed to the target, or you're not.
We're absolutely committed to our commitments under the Paris Agreement.
What I'm getting to is a core question, given that $9 billion that we're spending on debt servicing right now. Will you commit to not further increasing debt beyond Treasury's current forecasts in order to fund your campaign promises?
Well, so we still need to see what the government decides between now and the next election before we can set out what our position on debt would be.
Did you see Chris Hipkins on Q&A? A couple of things really struck me about the interview. First, he says that Labour's learned the lessons of their 2023 election defeat, but he's proposing the same old Labour formula of more debt, more spending and more taxation, a toxic cocktail of policies that got us into the economic situation we're in, that we're working so hard in government to try and fix. Second thing that struck me about what he said was that he refused to rule out even higher levels of government debt and government spending under a future Labour government. Let's be really clear, government debt lifted by about $120 billion when Labour were last in charge, and we're now spending as a country around $9.5 billion in interest costs alone. It's just frankly unbelievable for Chris Hipkins to say that Labour's learned the lessons of their 2023 election defeat. Everything they've done so far in the last 2 years indicates they haven't. You can't trust Labour with the economy.
From the Labour Party, they're getting leaders that they can trust. I don't walk away from scrutiny. I believe that it's an important part of democracy. I think when you get to the point where you're just walking away from scrutiny, you clearly have something to hide. Answering questions and being accountable for your actions is integral to being Prime Minister.